At first, it looks like a premium motorhome arriving at an ordinary campsite. Then, the stabilizers descend, the sidewalls begin to move, and above the roofline, an entire glass room rises into the air. Within minutes, the vehicle that arrived as a single-story RV appears to have become a two-level mobile villa.
This is the S90 Villa edition, one of the most extraordinary motorhomes from China. But the most important question is not whether it looks luxurious.
The real question is whether this vehicle represents the future of mobile living, or one spectacular engineering experiment that may be almost impossible to use in the real world. Today, we are going inside the design, examining the claims surrounding it, and discovering why Chinese manufacturers are beginning to attract serious attention in an industry long dominated by Europe and North America. Subscribe for more premium documentaries about China's technology, vehicles, and engineering. Now imagine the journey. You have spent the afternoon traveling through mountain roads. From the driver's seat, the vehicle feels more like a large premium motorhome than a moving mansion. There is no permanent tower on the roof, no exposed balcony, no obvious second level. That is essential because anything designed for public roads must remain within strict height and width limits while moving. The motorhome therefore carries much of its architecture in a compressed state. You reach the campsite and select a level section of ground. Hydraulic stabilizers lower beneath the chassis, creating a firm platform. The side sections extend outward, increasing the usable area of the lower level. Then the roof structure begins to rise. What appeared to be a conventional upper shell separates from the main body, revealing an elevated lounge surrounded by large, transparent panels. The visual effect is remarkable. You are no longer sitting in a narrow vehicle. You are standing above it. The campsite is below you. The horizon opens in every direction. Instead of placing a television in front of the view, the design attempts to turn the view itself into the entertainment. Early reports described transparent display technology integrated into the upper glass area, allowing sections to function as viewing surfaces while retaining transparency when not displaying content. The vehicle was also widely described as having a small lift or elevator connecting its levels, although detailed independent demonstrations and current production information remain limited. This distinction matters. Online videos frequently present the V90 Villa edition as a vehicle anyone can order today, but most major English-language coverage traces back to its 2021 reveal. Reports placed its Chinese market price at approximately 2.68 million yuan, roughly $413,000, using the conversion quoted at the time. That makes it extraordinary value beside some multi-million-dollar bespoke motorhomes. But it does not automatically make it widely available, globally certified, or easy to maintain outside China. And that is where the real story begins. The V90 Villa is impressive, not merely because it contains expensive materials. Many luxury motorhomes contain marble, leather, custom wood, enormous televisions, and hotel-style bathrooms. Europe's elite builders have offered those features for years. The Chinese design is different because it treats space as something that can transform. A traditional motorhome designer starts with a fixed, rectangular box. The question becomes, how much luxury can be fitted inside it? Where can the bed go? How narrow can the bathroom become? Can the dining table fold? Can storage be hidden under the floor? The V90 Villa begins with another question. Why must the box remain the same size after it has stopped moving? That is the breakthrough. The vehicle only needs to remain narrow and low while traveling. Once parked, its legal road dimensions matter less. The walls can expand. The roof can rise. Unused vertical space can become a room. This idea comes from transformable architecture. Modern apartments use moving partitions. Tiny homes use folding furniture. Exhibition stands arrive in compact containers and unfold into full buildings. Aircraft deploy landing gear and wing surfaces. Yachts extend balconies over the water. The V90 applies the same logic to a motorhome. And that matters because space is the greatest luxury inside any recreational vehicle. A gold tap is expensive, a marble floor is impressive, but an extra room changes how people actually live. One person can work downstairs while another relaxes above. Children can sleep while adults continue talking. The upper lounge can become a cinema, office, observation room, or private retreat. The value is not simply that the vehicle has more features. It is that the same physical footprint performs several different jobs. This is becoming a wider theme in Chinese vehicle design. Chinese manufacturers increasingly compete through feature density. They combine large displays, smart controls, electric furniture, powered doors, advanced lighting, cameras, and connected systems at prices that can undercut established luxury brands. The objective is not always to perfect one traditional formula. It is often to overwhelm the buyer with a different definition of value. More functions, more transformation, more technology, more visual drama. SAIC Maxus is not a small experimental workshop. It is a vehicle brand owned by SAIC Motor, one of China's largest automotive groups. And Maxus produces vans, pickups, commercial vehicles, and people carriers across several international markets. That industrial background gives the company capabilities that a boutique motorhome builder may not possess. It can begin with an established commercial vehicle platform. It has access to manufacturing systems, suppliers, powertrain expertise, and vehicle testing. It can then create a specialist body around that foundation. This is one reason China's arrival in the premium RV market deserves attention. The industry has traditionally been strongest in Germany, Italy, France, Britain, and the United States. European builders are admired for craftsmanship, efficient layouts, and decades of motorhome experience. American manufacturers are known for scale, powerful chassis, and apartment-sized interiors. China now enters with another proposition. What if advanced mechanisms and luxury features could be integrated using the country's enormous automotive supply chain? The Dettel RV Carbonic Liner 78 offers a more recent example. Shown at the 2024 Caravan Salon Dusseldorf, it uses an Iveco daily base, dual slide-outs, and extensive carbon fiber construction. The Chinese manufacturer has also pursued European distribution, suggesting that China's RV ambitions extend beyond spectacular domestic concepts. Carbon fiber is significant because every luxury feature adds weight. Water tanks are heavy, batteries are heavy, furniture is heavy, hydraulic systems are heavy, slide-outs are heavy. A second lifting level adds mechanisms, structural reinforcement, and glass above the vehicle's center of gravity. Reducing weight in the body can preserve payload for passengers, supplies, and equipment. But this leads us to the part promotional videos rarely discuss. A transforming two-story motorhome creates serious engineering challenges. The first is stability. A tall structure catches wind. A glass upper room may feel wonderful on a calm evening beside a lake, but what happens when weather changes? The stabilizing system must keep the vehicle level. The lifting mechanism must lock securely. Sensors may need to prevent deployment when wind conditions are unsafe. The driver must choose appropriate ground. This is not the kind of motorhome that should casually expand on a steep roadside. The second problem is mechanical complexity. A normal caravan already contains many systems that can fail: pumps, heating, water lines, electrical circuits, refrigeration, leveling equipment. Now add powered walls, a rising roof, seals, smart glass, and a vertical lift. Every moving component introduces another maintenance requirement. If a conventional cabinet fails, the journey continues. If an upper structure refuses to retract, the vehicle may be unable to leave the campsite. Luxury through transformation, therefore, creates a strange trade-off. The vehicle becomes more convenient while everything works, and dramatically less convenient when one critical mechanism does not. The third issue is weight and licensing. Large motorhomes often require more than an ordinary car license, depending on their weight and the country where they are operated. Bridges, ferries, campsites, and narrow roads may impose limits. A motorhome can contain the comforts of a mansion, but it must still behave like a heavy commercial vehicle. The fourth issue is infrastructure. A vehicle this unusual needs specialist servicing. Who repairs the lifting roof? Who replaces a curved or electronically integrated glass panel? Can replacement parts be shipped internationally? Would an owner in Europe or America need to return the vehicle to an authorized center? The purchase price is only the beginning. A luxury product is valuable when support remains available years later. That is where established European manufacturers still possess a powerful advantage. They have dealer networks. Technicians understand their systems. Parts are documented. Owners know where to obtain service. China may be able to offer more visible technology for the price, but international trust requires long-term support. Then there is the campsite itself. Most campsites are designed for ordinary caravans and motorhomes. Trees may hang over the pitch. Power lines may cross nearby. Neighboring vehicles may be parked close together. Some locations restrict slide-outs or external structures. The upper floor may be astonishing in a controlled demonstration, yet usable only in selected environments. Does that make the design pointless? Not at all. Concept vehicles are not required to solve every practical problem immediately. Their role is often to change what the industry considers possible. The first motorhome slide-outs once appeared excessive. Today they are common in large luxury RVs. Powered leveling systems were once exotic. Now they are expected by many premium buyers. Solar arrays, lithium batteries, and smart energy systems moved from specialist upgrades into mainstream products. Perhaps the upper lounge will follow the same path, not necessarily as a complete second floor, but as a smaller pop-up observation room, office, or sleeping space. The V90 Villa may therefore matter more as an idea than as a sales success. It tells designers that vertical expansion is available. It tells buyers that luxury does not have to mean adding heavier decoration. It can mean creating space only when that space is needed. And it tells established manufacturers that Chinese companies are no longer interested only in building cheaper versions of Western products. They are increasingly willing to propose strange, ambitious, and visually unforgettable alternatives. So, does this Chinese motorhome genuinely outclass a luxury mansion? No motorhome can offer the permanent foundations, unlimited utilities, storage, security, or long-term durability of a properly built home. That comparison is designed for a thumbnail, but the motorhome offers something the mansion cannot. Tomorrow morning, the view can change. One day, the glass lounge faces mountains. The next day, it overlooks a lake. A week later, it opens above a desert. A mansion offers space, a motorhome offers movement, and the SAIC Maxus V90 Villa tries to offer both. That is why it continues to attract attention years after its reveal. Not because everyone will buy one, not because every claim has been independently demonstrated, and not because it has already defeated the European luxury RV industry. It remains memorable because it challenges the oldest assumption in motorhome design, that a home on wheels must always feel smaller than the life outside it. The future of luxury travel may not belong to the longest vehicle, the most expensive wood, or the largest television. It may belong to intelligent architecture that expands when we stop and disappears when we move. China's two-story motorhome offers an early glimpse of that future. The technology still has to prove its reliability. The market still has to prove its demand. And manufacturers still have to make ownership as impressive as the demonstration. But once people have seen a motorhome transform into a building, the ordinary rectangular box becomes much harder to accept. Subscribe for more documentaries on China's most extraordinary machines. And tell us in the comments, would you choose this two-story mobile villa or a conventional luxury motorhome with fewer moving parts?